everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Bears lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Steelers, who will need to be stout up front.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. Cousins to throw it. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for Le'Veon Bell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, it's Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Cousins. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now out come the Steelers. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now this is Bryant on the end around. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing, Cousins. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Reeves. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down, Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On the give, running right is Howard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll set up a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. Bell pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
3rd and long for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So second down, 3 yards to go now. A give to Howard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A give to Bell. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now some space to operate. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They run a draw here on second down, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down throw for Cousins. And an alley to run. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Steelers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.